Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are doing what am I going to do? I think I'm going to make this a 9 by 12 layout, not a 12 by 12, just so that I can have it as an insert into my current album, and I'll just take off a few. So I've already punched circles from another pattern paper, and I've printed out all my pictures as, I want to say they're 1.5 by 2. And I'm going to make these into circles with my 1.5-inch punch so that they fit in the center of these. I think I printed one more than necessary. So it's going to just be simple approach like this. And then I'm going to have my journaling probably on vellum and then decorate it with a title and some cute embellishments and call it a wrap. So this might be an easy insert to put together, but I figured I'd just still film it just in case it gives someone else inspiration on how to do simple layouts in their scrapbooking. And the reason I'll cut off this side because I liked the pastel-y portion of the paper on this side because these colors got a little bit bold. And then these stay very pastel-y too. So it's very busy on the other side. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay, so let's get started. I am using my microphone again for my voiceover, and I think the audio turns out really well, if I do say so myself. So I'm excited that I have this. So I went ahead and cut the strip of paper that would make this into a 9 by 12, and I know I was going to use that geometric side, but when I flipped it over and I realized it was just this simple pink and white pattern paper, I kind of loved it more with just the light blue. It kind of just reminded me of a nice kind of just like a boy girl kind of colorway for some reason. And so with the color in all of my photos, I thought that this was going to keep it more simple. So that's the side I went with, even though I had discussed using the more geometric pastel side. So like I said, I just like the contrast with the blue and the pink and white, and it worked out well. Plus, I feel like since the pictures themselves too have a lot of color, I should have printed them in black and white in order to have the color of all of the product. But you know, here I am still making sure, like, does the other side look good? Does it not? This is what happens, people. This is the decision making that happens, in the moment. So if you go through this process, you're not alone. So I went ahead once I was still deciding and printed my journaling on a piece of vellum. I made it, I believe, like 2.5 by 5 inches or so, maybe 6. That way it would fit in that area designated for it. I already took off the letters to make my title, This Is Us. And in doing so, I do believe I used all the S's, so I'm going to have to be careful on any other titles in the future. So now it was just kind of getting the arrangement for the photos. I just never wanted like two of like me and Valentina to get next to each other. So I always try to make it like a variation in the pairing for it. Not that it really probably mattered. It was just something that I kept in mind as I was looking at the photos. And I tried my best. This is me just eyeballing it. It wasn't any rulers or at this point or anything. So if you're someone that needs to measure, go ahead and do so. So the journaling is definitely simply about just like us as a family of 3. I guess you would also say it's 4 with the dog, but it's just a family of 3. I do believe I'm 40 years old right now, so I do believe that we will just be a family with 1 child. It keeps on coming up if we want a second child. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that I would have wanted Valentina to have a sibling. But in the end, for us kind of getting started in parenthood a little later, I just feel like I have the energy for her. I just don't know if I could do 2. It's simply me and a confidence thing. Miguel is an only child, so he has no problem with only 1. I do have a sister, so that's the only thing. So now, though, too, it's like the last 6 months. Like, I always tease him, like, it's make it or break it before I'm 41. I just don't want to have them to be 5 years in the age gap. Silly excuses, I think, but at the same time, I know I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like we're just going to be a 1-child family. I'll give her the world. It's okay. So back to the layout. I was just making sure I had a little bit of ephemera or like a die cut piece on every circle from the Hip Kit Club collection. And then I'm going in with sequences from Spiegel Mom's Scraps. I recently placed an order, so I'm just like using them on like all my layouts again and just always coordinating, you know, pink and pink and blue and blue. It turned out gorgeous, by the way, with all the extra texture and glitz. And I do go in, I think, and add a few more pieces to the bottom of the layout as well. But that will definitely add the sparkle and shine. And I just love the way this turned out.
Okay, that will finish up this 9x12 layout. Love the way it turned out. I really like this alpha stamp, and if you notice, I used the rest of the S's for this title. So yeah, I just got to be smart with whatever words I use next that don't need S's in them. I like the journaling on vellum because you can still see the pattern paper shine through. And you saw me switch the pattern paper because it was going to be this side, but I just thought that I liked the pink and the blue almost having like contrasting colors, and then all of the embellishments from the rest of the kit really make everything pop right now. So cute, loving it. All right, so stay tuned because we will still have another 9x12 layout coming out, and I need to see what other products I can use to fully use all the contents of this kit, because that is always my goal, to kill a kit, even though I have plenty of stash, let's be honest, but I don't want these products to be sitting in my craft room right now. And I recently, you saw me bust out all my sequences. So I recently did a purchase to Spiegel Mom Scraps. If you don't know her shop, she is a sequence shop mostly, but she sells mixed media products and adhesive and like wood veneer pieces. And I did a recent purchase with her. I used to buy more back in the day, and I got my sequence in, which is great. And then all of a sudden, when I'm cleaning out my craft room and stuff and tidying up, I found all my old sequence packs. Which is what you saw me bust out to get like another true blue for my layout. So I have plenty of sequins that I can start busting out for my collections and my layouts here on my channel. So please subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, my subbies.